We're here previewing the 2016 Millersville men's basketball season, and I'm joined by new head coach Casey Stitzel. Casey, this is your first preseason at Millersville University. Season tips off on Sunday. Have to be excited to get going. What's your first preseason been like?
It's been really good. The guys have been great. They've been very coachable. We talked about in our first preseason meeting about we want to do things the right way. We want to change the culture. We want to play for each other. We want to do all the right things, and then the wins will come. And I think they've been doing a good job of that. We just got to keep getting better every day and keep working hard and keep believing in each other. And dealing with adversity, I think, is going to be a big thing. Everyone's going to have a stretch here during the season where things are not going to go our way. We got to fight through that. That's one thing we've really been emphasizing.
And what have you seen in this team? Obviously 4-22 last season. How have you been able to change that culture? You know, trying to get this team in a mode where they can expect to win and they change that mindset.
I think it's just about how you approach every day. You know, we talked about you just got to work on getting better. You have to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, what do I need to improve on? And if you do that as individuals, then what ends up happening is the team gets better. And we've had since our preseason workouts to the practice yesterday, we've gotten a lot better. And I think it's because the guys are holding each other accountable. We're holding them accountable for what we need to do to be a successful team.
And what have you seen in your preseason workouts from some of the players on the team? What do you see as some of the strengths of your team?
I think speed is definitely probably our number one strength. I think we can shoot the ball. We'll do a lot of 4-out, 1-in, and we have guys that can not only shoot it but bounce it, so it makes us tough to guard at times. I think from a weakness standpoint, size, rebounding is something that we've really been emphasizing, doing a lot of box-out drills and making sure our guards understand that, hey, this isn't a situation where we can just have a 5-man that's going to grab every rebound. We all have to group rebound. But like I said, from we've been talking about toughness. And I think they're really adapting to that tough attitude that every possession we got to play tougher than the other team and we got to play harder than the other team. But at the same time, I think we got to get better on our basketball IQ. I think we got to get a little smarter. You know, I'm a new coach, so a lot of my schemes are new. And just every day keep improving on the mental part of the game. I think that would be big.
Well, you say you're a new coach. You're new at Millersville, but not new to coaching college basketball. This is your ninth season coaching college basketball. And you're no stranger to turning around a program. At Delaware Valley, you came in, and within 2 years, 3 years, you're winning a conference championship. So how do you see this situation as similar or different than your previous stop at Delaware?
Well, there's very similar. You know, it's been very similar in a lot of aspects. You know, I mean, just from the first month we were there, just getting guys to understand what it takes to be successful every single day. You know, the intangibles are so big with me, and it's always so big in turning around a program. You know what I mean? Making sure guys are doing the right stuff. So it's been similar in that, but also different in the fact that Del Val had no history. They had no tradition. We had to build it from scratch. Here, there is tradition. There's history here. It just had a couple bad years. Now it's very easier to get that back going here in the near future.
Well, Coach, looking at the roster personnel-wise, it doesn't take a genius to look down and see 6'5", 6'6" as the tallest player. And in this conference and in this region, that's a very difficult thing to overcome as lack of size. How is this team going to style its play to overcome that lack of size?
We're going to try to speed teams up. You know, and we've been trying to do that in our scrimmages. We played 2 teams that have been bigger than us, obviously, and we're trying to speed them up. We're trying to press a little bit. We're trying to deny reversals and trap ball screens and stuff like that. So we're trying to force the tempo and use our strength, which I think are speed, length, and athleticism. So we may not be the biggest team, but I do think we can make up for that. And obviously playing together, you know what I mean? Just like even on the defensive end, I've been trying to tell our guys that you can be a selfish defender too, and we got to be a good defense team. If we see somebody that's 6'2" getting posted up by a 6'7" guy, our guards got to go and help him. So not only stressing being an unselfish offensive team, but because of our lack of size, we've really had to emphasize, hey, we got to be an unselfish defensive team at the same time.
Well, there's an interesting balance on this team between returning players and some newcomers as well. Talk about some of the returning players like Manny Yard, John Lott, some of those guys that have had a good bit of experience last season and then are coming back. What have you seen from those returners?
They've been great, and I would throw Tommy Patterson in that mix at the same time too. Those guys have been great. You can just tell from the first meeting how hungry they are. They don't want to have a year like last year again. They've been just so coachable. John and Manny were, I named them captains after 2 weeks of the preseason. They have great leadership qualities. They've both played really well. They're great kids too. And Tommy, he's got a little hiccup right now with a fractured hand, but he'll be back hopefully here in early December. But they've been awesome. I can't ask for anything more. more from their effort, and they've been tuned into what we've been trying to teach them from day one. And I actually then they're going to get rewarded with good seasons.
Well, let's talk about some of the newcomers and give fans kind of a little bit of a sneak preview as to what to expect. You have some transfers coming in. You also have some freshmen. What do you expect from them?
I think they've been great too. I think we were able to get some guys since I got the job that really helps us from a guard standpoint. I mean, Marcus Atkinson's got all the talent in the world to transfer from Shepherd. He's just learning how to play the game of basketball, learning the system, and learning chemistry with the other guys. Conrad Chambers was a kid we picked up really late in the summer, and he's been one of our best players here in the preseason. And then Amadou Kaba, a kid that we got from East Stroudsburg, really helped us here in our last scrimmage here on Saturday. And Jordan Green's been good too, and Ajay Edwards has a great future as a freshman. So we're really high on our new guys. We hope they keep getting better every day, but being able to get those guys this summer has really helped our rebuild.
Well, Coach, season starts on Sunday. You have to be excited to really get going after a lot of scrimmaging and a lot of practicing against yourself for sure. And after Sunday's game, then the trip down to Division I Loyola on Monday, that has to be exciting as well.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for our guys. I mean, our schedule is going to be really tough here to start. I mean, Goldie Beacom is a team that has almost everybody back. Loyola's obviously at Division I, and then we go against West Powers, Edinboro, and Mercyhurst right after that in the first week. So the schedule has not been kind to us, but I love that. I think I told my guys, I said, this is, we probably won't be favored in any of these games. This is a great opportunity for us to see where we're at. And we tried to do that with our scrimmages too. We tried to play good teams so that we have an idea of what your weaknesses are. This is going to be a great week for us. We got to go out there and play the right way and play hard, and hopefully we can steal a few.
For Coach Casey Stitzel, Millersville's men's basketball season starts this weekend, so be sure to stay tuned to MillersvilleAthletics.com for all the information.